Hey there, role players, gamers, geeks, freaks, and everyone in between, and also fellow goblinoids. Welcome back to Emerald Legion, our homebrew 5th edition campaign centered in Oyala Endor, which is Elven for the Forever Land. We are focusing on the Emerald Legion, which is 4 goblins run basically led by an orc leader. That they represent an order known as the Viridian Order, which goes out of their way to make sure that justice is sought for those of a demi-human nature, making sure that they are given, basically a fair shake in life, as we all deserve. So that is what they are focusing on, and of course, getting into a lot of trouble. That is generally what they do. Now, I'm just gonna make sure. Can you guys give me a quick hello and we'll start off with Dag, and I just want to make sure the microphones are working right. Okay, we'll stop. And I'm not getting any sound for you, but we will fix that in one moment. Yeah, we'll do that. And now we should hear you, I think. All right, Dag, you want to say hello?
Hi, how are you today?
There we go. We can hear you just fine.
Yay.
Perfect. All right. Dag, you want to tell everybody who you are playing tonight?
I'm playing Bang, the Fire Happy Wizard. That likes to have a lot of fun with the Moxx.
Yeah, that's for sure. The two generally get into a lot of trouble.
Moxx has a good Moxx always has good ideas, so Bang's always watching to see if she has good ideas, so she can join.
And then we're gonna move on to Zakk.
Hey, I'm playing Zakk, our resident, slightly paranoid rogue.
Slightly paranoid rogue.
He just kind of thinks that the people around here are going to use us as fertilizer for the tree.
Well, yeah, that is one thing that is on his mind. And Nedd.
I'm Garrett. I'm playing Nedd, the Goblin Fighter, the Echo Knight. That's what he is.
Yeah, the Echo Knight. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I finished work like 20 minutes ago, so my head's still kind of trying to where am I?
I was just gonna say fighter. Really? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh no. He's fun. He's fun.
Hey, Lorelei, welcome to chat. Glad you can join us. And of course, Ennis.
Hey everyone, I am playing Moxx, the goat lover, new leader of the gang for probably tonight.
Of course, guess what?
I think we need to take a vote on that. I don't know. Democracy. I think we.
No, remember we voted on her before.
Yeah, but that was before.
Shulza
This
came.
is a new night. We should switch it up. Everybody should have a turn.
We'll see.
Okay. And when we last left the party, our 4 goblins were about ready to retire. They are currently in the small settlement that has developed around the Lower Ridge Logging Company. The Lower Ridge Logging Company recently they've erected wooden buildings and structures. There is a stone tower that has been built for the Viridian Order. They've also discovered some underground ruins of some kind that they are currently working within, but they're also continuing their day-to-day logging operations. And currently, the Emerald Legion has brought with them what is known as a Viridian Heart. It is a sapling of one of the massive Viridian trees that give this forest or this jungle its name, the Jade Forest, because as they grow up, they are magically induced, and there is a shimmering, iridescent green glow that comes from the canopy of leaves above them as they grow. So they have brought a sapling, which is apparently bonded to an individual somewhere nearby. but as well, it is being planted. And that's what's really important. I think they're going to be undergoing some procedures on the next day. But the group was retiring to their quarters when Zakk brought to their attention something that he had overheard about the possibility that they were sacrifices. That this is a plot all along, and what they're uncovering is an ancient ritual chamber of some kind. And Zakk has been convinced that the party is possibly there for the sacrifice. So you did tell the story.
I told it to Shulza and Nedd.
Yeah, and Shulza has said leave it to her. That she will handle it first thing in the morning. She will go speak to Bartle herself, and the rest of you are to continue with, the order of planting that sapling, and making sure everything goes smoothly there.
At this point, I'm going to opt to not sleep for the night.
Okay, that's fine.
Basically, just going to watch with my gun pointed at the door.
Okay, so you stay up all night.
It's like No Country for Old Men, where he's just sitting in a rocking chair.
Bang, how about you? Are you've gone to sleep? You and Moxx, I'm assuming.
I think we would probably at least. She would have asked if we were going to do any kind of watches or anything like that, since he had brought this to light, and stuff like that. And though she would delight in knowing that Zakk stayed up all night, scared, she knows that that's not going to be a good thing, because he's not going to be prepared to fight if we fight tomorrow.
Just so everybody's aware, just as a reminder that, hey, thanks for the cheer. Appreciate that. Just so you are well aware that Zakk has only told Nedd and Shulza at the moment. However, you are all sharing one room. And you notice when you go into the room to retire, like you all have beds and everything else, Zakk is just kind of pointing a gun at the door, looking very paranoid.
Zakk, the door's not going to eat you. It's not a mimic.
It's not the door I'm worried about.
Well, what do you worry about then? I
know,
but
I'm worried that they're going to use us to fertilizer for the tree.
Who was it that he heard the story from specifically?
Bartle and Nils.
Okay, and do we know where they're sleeping? Like, which do you know more or less which area their rooms are in, or like which, if are they in a different building maybe? Or?
Bartle's is the big building that's to the left in that map. I'm not bringing that up for our chat room right now, but you guys can still see the map through the Owlbear Rodeo site that was shared, so you can get an idea. It's the big building to the left when you come in.
Yeah. Okay,
that is Bartle's building, and Nils stays in the tower with the rest of the Viridian Order.
Okay.
Ned's not going to go to sleep right away.
By the way, I'm freely taking the level of exhaustion.
Okay.
I'll have you. Jesus.
All right, so we will make note of that. Zakk, you are for the following day. You have 1 point of exhaustion.
All right. Well, I'm not taking you. Yeah, it's Ned's gonna hang out for a little bit and kind of wait. I mean, obviously Zack's not going to sleep, but that's fine. He's gonna hang around and wait till everybody else is asleep.
Okay. Moxx?
I'm sleeping like a baby. The Mug Angels were really hard to do. She's tired.
You get a sound, Nedd, as you're staying awake, and you too, Zakk, as you're awake. Coming from Moxx is a odd snoring sound on occasion, not very loud, but at times it almost sounds like there's two sets of snoring.
I love it.
Which is odd. But
do we know for sure if there are two sets?
No, you're not for sure, but it just.
Can I make a perception check to see if?
Yes, you can attempt to make.
I would love to.
Zakk is.
It's probably not good enough.
Zakk is pointing out for him. He's gonna momentarily point the gun towards Moxx and go, "Oh, it's Moxx."
An 8 is
An
what I
8,
rolled.
yeah, no, you.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
It's just it just the
Meh.
sound of her snoring is just it's unique. It's a unique.
Yeah, maybe it's
sound.
like the wind or something.
Yeah. The wind might be coming from Zakk, but that's
Yeah, you never know. I mean, the wind does crazy stuff, right? I mean, jeez, it's crazy wind, right?
all right. So things go pretty quiet. Like it. After a few hours or so, any noise that's downstairs of people drinking just kind of dies down because they do retire at a reasonable hour, because they do work the next day and there is things
Bad idea.
planned.
Oh, this is such a bad idea.
I think what I'll do is I'll take the last watch, knowing that that'll be the worst time for Zakk as being a person on watch because he's been up all night. So I think I'll get up on the early end of the morning to kind of keep an eye out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Ned, what are you doing on your watch?
Well, okay, here we go. As soon as Bang and Moxx have gone to sleep, and Zakk is focused on the door, I'd like to try to sneak out of a window.
Okay, there is a window in the room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll.
And I was going to say I would like to try to sneak out without Zakk seeing me.
Yep.
So I'm still going to have to roll stealth for that.
Yes, roll a stealth.
Oh God. That's a natural 1
Okay.
No.
for 5.
All right. Well, either way, did you roll a 1, Zakk?
I rolled a 6.
Okay, so
Oh, shit.
you do hear him, because a 1 always fails as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
However, the only way that you still would have made it is if he also rolled a 1.
Yeah. Hey, don't worry about me. Keep focused on the door. I think you're right. I think just shut up for a second. Listen, I think you're right, and I think they're coming for us. So it's very important that you keep both eyes on that door all night long and don't pay attention to anything else.
If you go out there, you're just gonna get grabbed.
I don't know what you're talking about. Just watch the door. Shut up. Watch the door.
Don't.
And then I'm gonna climb out the window.
I'm gonna try to grab him.
I will try to get away from that.
Okay, so you're gonna have to make a to hit roll, Zakk.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Unarmed.
Yep.
I swear I have a good idea. Well, no, I don't. But
That's a 20. Assisted 20.
Okay, so dirty 20. It's a dirty 20. So you're gonna make a athletics, acrobatics.
okay. Definitely athletics because I've got a +6. So. Oh, come on! What is with these rolls tonight? 13. Ugh.
Okay, so he does manage to kind of grapple you and hold you back.
I'll look at him and I'll whisper, I'm going to go try to find information. It's very important that we know what the hell is going on for real before we start making assumptions. I mean, saying that we're all going to be sacrifices is a very serious accusation.
I heard it from nose and bottle.
I believe you, which is why I want to go get more information. But we definitely need somebody here to watch that door in case you're right, in case somebody does come back. You know what I mean? We can't both go.
Okay, I'm going to try to roll an insight.
Okay.
I'm not hiding anything. He's telling you the truth. This is genuinely what he is doing.
I rolled a 19 for that.
No,
you know he's being straight up and honest.
Yeah. It genuinely makes more sense if you're right. If somebody watches that door, because you're right. Now you never know who's going to come through that door. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go get information.
Yeah, and Zakk go, then you stay here. You'd be better at protecting these two.
But you have the guns.
I'm better at sneaking.
You're better at guns. Just stay here. It's all right. Trust me. Have I ever lied to you before? I mean, when it matters. Have I ever lied to you before?
Could that conversation wake me up?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
You guys both Bang and Moxx can make a Constitution saving throw.
we're sort of whispering, but I mean,
It's been kind of going
it's a
on
stage
for a little
whisper.
bit.
So yes, I mean, I can't assume that the rooms are terribly large.
No, it's a small room.
What is it you need? Sorry?
They need to roll
They
Constitution.
need to make a
Oh,
Constitution
cool.
save.
8.
1 second.
You're still asleep, Bang. You roll
Alright.
over and kind of.
21.
Yeah, actually no. Bang, sorry, Bang, you failed your save. So Bang, you're kind of you're sort of you hear you're right out, Moxx. You're done. You're roll over. But Bang, you're you kind of roll over a little bit, and you're just trying to get comfortable. But no, there's this nagging conversation going on in the background that's keeping you awake between Zakk and Nedd. And they're being, for the most part, quiet.
Yeah, like stage whispers.
But yeah, you are in a small room, and every now so often as they're going back and forth, there's some inflection and tones get a little loud, and you're just kind of you're aware of this conversation. Do you do anything?
If you guys are going to plot, maybe not wake people up.
I'm so sorry. Go back to bed. We're just talking about
Bringing
fruits.
Zakk in asleep. I'll help.
Yeah. That's exactly what we're talking about. God,
There's that go. Bang! Bang! Thank God! Thank goodness. Ned's being insane. He's trying to go. He's trying to go out there. He's gonna get jumped by them. He's gonna end up being a human sacrifice.
I'm gonna smack Zakk across the face
Okay,
as hard as I can.
roll the hit.
Okay.
Roll the hit.
Genuinely, as hard as I can.
This is totally worth waking up for.
So lucky.
Oh, damn.
It was
I'm
a 12
asleep.
that rolled off of a natural 20.
Oh, that sucks. I don't think a 12 hits Zakk.
Nope.
I have a 16 armor class.
So you
Shut the
he
fuck
just kind
up!
of hey.
Why'd you do that now?
Why do you have to ruin everything?
Bang reaches over to Moxx and shakes her awake because she thinks it's hysterical that they're fighting.
He goes, I'm trying to keep you safe, you idiot.
Moxx, you are awoken by a bang shaking on your shoulder, like get up,
Wiggling her head off.
What? What's happening?
Oh, Zakk's acting like
Gonna beat up Zakk.
something or other.
And my eyes are gonna open wide at the word beat up Zakk. And I'm gonna be, what?
I'm sorry about this, dude. It's we're not meaning to be like this.
Oh, I know.
I feel bad.
Zakk is
Oh,
happy the episode.
Okay, well, then this isn't gonna work at all. So Ned's just gonna puff and grumble and
Can someone explain to me what the hell is happening?
nothing is happening thanks to Zakk.
Zakk just says, I'm trying to stop him from going outside because he's going to get jumped and he's going to end up becoming fertilizer for the tree.
Zakk is extremely fucking paranoid and he's causing a problem for the rest of the team.
Why is he
So
paranoid?
what were you going to do?
I heard it from Bardo and Mills that they were looking for sacrifices for the tree.
He doesn't know if they're talking about us or not. He assumes they're talking about us.
Sacrifices.
Oh, Nedd,
I
if
know
you want
about
to go find out, I
sacrifices.
don't mind. I'll
You
stay here.
hear
you.
a bang on the wall.
Okay. I'm gonna try
Sorry.
to go open the door and I'm
Oh,
not
shit.
gonna care.
There's
Is
only
it at the
one
door
other-
or at the wall?
It's actually at the wall, just
Yeah,
dividing your
okay.
room from Shulza's room.
Keep it
Oh,
down,
okay,
guys. Oh shit. Okay.
no.
And you do hear Shulza from the other
Oh,
room.
shit. Oh, no.
I told you guys that I will look into it in the morning. Go to sleep.
Sorry.
You guys in troubles.
You are so dead, Zakk.
It's just like a bunch of kids.
I'm gonna look.
I'm gonna tell Mom about this tomorrow. Oh,
I will
I'm
look.
right.
so mad at
into-
you.
I will look into Zack's eyes and I'm gonna be like,
You see?
I'm trying to keep you all safe.
Yeah, you better stay awake all night, Zakk.
And these to warm up my fires and to like put like.
We
little
know
different
Zack's
fires
intent
on
is
them.
to stay awake all night.
Yeah, it is now.
Yeah, he's definitely want to
Are
stay
the
awake
rest
all
of
night.
Are the rest of you gonna go to bed? Or
Yeah.
Bang, are you still gonna get up a little bit early?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think because they woke me up, I'm gonna stay a little bit awake, and I'm gonna could I give like horror sacrifices story from my youth?
Make me a history check first of all.
Cool. Just to scare
Wow.
Zakk more.
Oh my goodness. Hey, Rob, how's it going?
I'm
What's
just
up
scrolling.
with an intimidation check?
Oh, I have a 5.
5. So you do well. You recall a couple of stories, but nothing really scary. But make me a performance check
Ooh.
Okay.
to see if you can ad lib and
No, I can't do that.
do a little bit.
7.
No, Ned and Bang go to sleep, Zakk, and Moxx stays awake for a little bit, telling you stories of her youth, um, scary stories, I guess you could say, but you're not really finding them too scary. Sometimes they just don't even make sense, to be honest. You're trying to
Okay.
figure your story out and follow along. But regardless, you can make me a Constitution saving throw, Zakk.
A Constitution save.
Yeah,
And the
Moxx,
hitchhiker had a hook for a hand.
Moxx, you do eventually go to sleep.
Perfect.
Natural 20.
Okay, so you do manage to stay awake until a little bit before dawn when Bang wakes up.
Can I respond to Moxx while she's trying to?
Sure.
You just hear Zakk just shaking his head. He goes, "Trust me, Moxx. I've heard worse things than what you're saying right now. I've heard horror stories you could never comprehend."
And then he took his head and cut a part of his body, and she's just gonna continue.
and
Doesn't care.
the killer had a hook
She
for a
just goes on with this.
hand.
She does this huge story, and then eventually she just rolls over and goes to sleep.
It's like a bedtime story for her.
Nice.
Yeah. Didn't really make a lot of sense to you, Zakk, but either way, it was a story. And so it's just before dawn, and Bang wakes up to kind of keep you company on the last of the watch. But the night goes fairly quiet up here. There's really no sounds in this particular inn, because it's really not an inn. It's sort of like a canteen with a couple of rooms upstairs. You do hear, about maybe a few minutes after you wake up, Bang, you do hear the door next door close, and heavier booted footsteps go past your doorway and head down the stairs into the canteen below. And the only, as I said, the only other room here is Shulza's room is next door.
I just want to peek out the door and see if I see what it is.
Yep, you peek out the door, and sure enough, Shulza's headed down the stairs.
Okay.
Okay. Zakk just grabs Bang by the shoulder and goes, "Get back in here."
Shulza!
Oh, okay. I know it was Shulza, but it could have been anybody.
Why do you think I was checking?
Because you were obviously checking to see who it was, but but I have the gun. I am.
Fires! And she'll like this and light her hands.
So you guys go back and forth for the next hour or so talking about, Zakk's levels of paranoia and what you're gonna do if somebody jumps you guys. But after about another hour, Nedd and Moxx, you guys do wake up to Bang and Zakk having a conversation, and Zakk kind of showing his pistols and still pointing them at the door, looking like a little bit of bags under his eyes. And Bang is there. She's occasionally she's
like trying to light tips of his hair on fire.
Singeing parts of his hair just to be annoying. And
yeah, she's just like every so often when he's not paying attention or starting to doze, she like tries to light one hair on fire.
So now that you're all awake, you slowly but surely start to hear some activity downstairs. Not a lot, but you hear there's people moving about down there. but you're up in the room, and it's quiet upstairs.
I'm hungry. Who wants breakfast?
Yeah. Okay.
What? What do you want, Zakk? Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you not had any sleep?
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
He goes, and they probably taking Shulza now, and they're probably taking her away so that she could be bled dry for fertilizer.
I think Bang will kind of lean over to Ned and kind of whisper in his ear, like, "Look at the little design I did on his hair."
Oh my God, that's beautiful. Seriously, you should be an artist. Have you ever considered cutting hair for maybe adventuring's not your thing. Maybe you should be like a professional hair mistress. Oh, jeez.
That's that idea. She thinks they liked my design. It's like the goofiest drawing you can possibly.
Yeah, Zakk say to the others, "I'm gonna go check everything else downstairs. I'm good at sneaking."
You go right ahead. I'm gonna go downstairs and have some breakfast.
No, you need to protect these two.
Zakk, you're not the leader. I'm going downstairs to have some breakfast. Try to stop me if you want.
How about this? If Wiz goes with him, he's still protecting us, right? So we can all eat breakfast.
Come with me if you'd like.
So Ned's basically walking right past you, Zakk, headed out the door and down the stairs.
Zakk just goes, fine, that's fine enough.
Yes, it is.
And Bang's going along with him. And what about
Zakk's
you,
Come on, we're gonna go eat breakfast.
I'm gonna go with them, and I also would like to buy herbs, if I can, because Gary gave me an idea, and I want to buy herbs to relax Zakk.
The special kind of
okay.
herbs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Zakk's gonna sneak.
I was actually thinking of asking that later on, but I'm 100%
the only
with you.
person. Well, there's maybe a couple people here that might know that you know of. The cleric might know of some, and Nils might know of some because he is a ranger of the Viridian Order. So there's a good chance that he might know of where some would be. But you guys do make it downstairs. Zakk, are you still trying to sneak behind them?
I'm basically just trying to sneak around to see where everyone is.
Okay, so roll me a stealth check downstairs.
Okay, and if I look correctly, yeah, I get a disadvantage on ability check. That means.
Yep.
He's exhausted.
What's one? 19? And the second was a 7. I need to see what so 7 plus 5 would be
12.
Yeah, 12.
Okay.
It's bad that I had to think about that.
Even doesn't seem to recognize you, but you do notice Even's the one making most of the noise downstairs. He's got the cook stove going. Looks like he's making some form of like fried bread product, perhaps a pancake of sorts, like a flapjack, and he's got that going on. He's got basically a nice griddle on the stove, and he's starting to get breakfast ready. There's a few people sitting here. Some of them are having tea, some of them are having an ale first thing in the morning, because that's what you do when you're hungover from the night before. It's fairly quiet, but that's all that's in this room. And then your companions are down here, getting a seat and getting ready for breakfast to be brought out. Do you stay within this little facility, within the canteen, or do you peek outside?
I'm gonna basically just sneak my way to the door, open it up, and just try to look outside and see what's going on.
Make me a perception check. At disadvantage, of course.
Yep. Okay. 9 plus 2. That's 11.
And an 11. You're kind of looking around. You do see, again, there's comings and goings already. You see loggers, all strapped up with their axes, and they're headed out, into the tree lines. You do see small clusters of people, like groups gathering, some over by the tents across the way. You do now see, it looks like about 6 individuals outside the opening of that cave down below. Just kind of, they're standing there. It looks like they're sort of standing guard. Can
I see who those people are?
You don't recognize any of them.
Okay.
You do think, while you're looking in that direction, out of the corner of your eye, you think you see Shulza, But then as you look up, the door to the tower closes.
Okay, that's Zack's assumption that she just got taken away for the sacrifice.
You don't know anything about what you just think you saw her over by the tower, and as you look up, and there were other people by the tower. It didn't look like a fight or anything going on. You just seen a group of people, but you think out of the corner of your eye, Shulza was one of them, and then as you looked up again, the door, all of those individuals that were by the door, including her, are gone, and the door closes. You're not even 100% sure it was her, but it looked like her.
I'm gonna try sneaking back to the group.
Okay.
And he goes, I think Shulza got taken into that tower. That might be where they're doing all the sacrifices.
I'm gonna roll my eyes.
Ned, you do recall that Shulza did tell you that she was going to take care of things in the morning. You do recall that.
I want you to tell me exactly what you saw. Everything.
I saw Shulza next to the tower.
Uh-huh.
I looked away. There was a bunch of other people moving around. I turned back, and the tower doors closed, and I couldn't see Shulza anymore.
So you didn't actually see her getting taken. She was just not there, like as if she went into the tower of her own free will. Oh, Jesus Christ, Zakk.
A big plate. Okay. At this point, a big plate even brings over this towering platter of flapjacks.
Oh, yeah.
And there seems to be this light golden colored liquid in a jar that's brought over to the table.
Now you're speaking my Canadian language.
Yeah, it's the... well, actually, let's see who it's... Bang, you would actually notice it. Make me an Arcana check.
Okay. Arcana check. If it'll spell it with you. I should not. I always use the stupid digital dice. I don't know why I do that. I keep forgetting to use my physical dice. That's a 9.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to use...
Yeah,
that's with a +6, man. That's how low I roll.
You look at it, you don't recognize what it is at all, man. You're not sure. It's like a light-colored maple syrup, but there's something... It's kind of like, wow. Just the look of it. It's just like, wow. It's like really pure, whatever it is. This honey, almost like a honey color liquid, but not thick like honey, more runny. And you do see it being brought to other tables, and you see individuals taking it and dumping it on their flapjacks. Pouring it over top.
Okay.
Nedd will definitely follow suit and take a big stack and there's no more room for this liquid. There's so much. It's almost like the pancakes are now saturated in this. Yep,
and there's plenty. And as that jar gets lower, another jar is brought out. Moxx, you see Nedd devouring these flapjacks and whatever this liquid is.
So good.
I'm gonna take one.
Yep.
And put like a little bit of liquid, and when I'm gonna finish my flapjack.
Yeah. It's like it's a
pancake.
An Old West pancake, basically. Yes.
Okay. I didn't know what it was. She's gonna like get up and say, "Okay, it's time to go. I'm gonna find some herbs for Zakk. I'll be right back."
No, I'll come with you.
Okay, so you're getting the pancake first and eating that, and then you're gonna head out, right?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna wait for Nedd now that he said he wanted.
I'll take like 5 pancakes and just shove them all in my mouth and inhale them all in one shot.
So we're gonna get to that. And Bang, what are you doing with the pancakes?
Oh, totally eating them. Probably like singeing the edges of them just for the fun of it. Maybe, and just adding a little bit of extra taste to them.
Okay, so you're going to be doing magic on them of the flaming nature to just
Yes.
kind of sends you outside. And Zakk, you're taking a stack of pancakes as well, with some syrup.
I'm actually going to go talk to Evan or Even.
So you're not going to eat with everybody else. You're just going to go. Even looks pretty busy making pancakes.
So he's not willing to talk.
It looks like just in your judgment, you're looking at it because more and more people from the camp are making rotations into the canteen as he's feeding them all. So he's pretty busy over that cook. It's a single cooktop with a big griddle on it that he's
Okay.
making these up on. So
I'm
it's
going
your
to
judgment.
analyze. I'm going to analyze the pancakes and basically look and see if I can find it like blood or a finger or something.
So you're they look like a flapjack that you've even seen at the Underhill Inn being served. You've never seen a liquid like this though that's being served with it. You've seen syrups before, but this looks a little different.
Okay, now I'm going to have to ask. Even.
He's
What is-
like it takes a few moments, but he does respond back. Yes.
What is this syrup made of?
It's the sap from the Viridian trees.
Oh, fuck yes.
No other ingredients?
Hmm? It's just
Nothing like sugar, salt,
it's sweet.
blood.
Certainly.
It's cooked down sap with sugar in it.
Hmm.
Everybody likes it. You should try it. There's nothing wrong with it, you know.
I'm rolling insight at disadvantage.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay.
Can I just shove one into his mouth so he shut up?
Yes, you can. What did you roll, Zakk?
A 6 is is the lower one.
Oh, he's telling the truth, and you can make me an unarmed strike, Moxx.
Okay.
There's so much PvP.
Unarmed strike.
And because Zakk is distracted talking to Even, roll
19.
Okay, you don't need to roll with advantage. You do. Zakk, as you're talking to him, you're about ready to ask another question, and Moxx just shoves a piece
With
of
some syrup
the
like on
syrupy
it.
pancake in it.
Yeah.
Just
Now,
like
all of you that are eating these flapjacks, the taste of this syrup is remarkable. It's light and that sugary tang on your tongue as you're eating these already semi-sweet bread pancakes, like these corn style pancakes. You're really enjoying them. They're good. You can all make me Constitution saving throws.
Oh dear. Oh, I got a +6 to con actually. All right, time to bust out the physical dice.
21.
Let's see here. What do?
Wow, that's funny as hell.
Wow, really? 13 for me.
This really gets good. I rolled a 2 for the Constitution saving throw, and then I rolled a 1.
Ooh,
That's karma.
that's not good. Okay,
13 for Ned.
13 for Ned.
13.
Bang. You're muted, I think. I don't hear you.
Oh yeah, dang.
18.
18. Okay, so the two of you that saved, you guys get a +1 Constitution for the day.
Ooh.
Cool.
Figures.
Why? Zakk, you are no longer exhausted, but
That's
nothing,
all right.
nothing else. And you are, Nedd, you're at the point of you feel you're awake, but yet you feel kind of a little sluggish, like you just packed on, very lethargic.
I love it.
Like you're
Oh,
full, you're
baby.
satisfied. It's good. Moxx and Bang, you guys are invigorated by these pancakes and the syrup. So you've done, and now you've got a couple of you that are attempting to leave. So where were you gonna go, Moxx?
First of all, I'm gonna look at Zakk and say, "What do you say when someone gives you something?"
Thank you.
Hey,
You're
here you
welcome.
go.
And
He's
you
learning,
guys are
folks.
doing this. Like a few people at the other side of the room just kind of look confused for a second, but you see them kind of.
There you go. There you go.
They're not
Exactly.
sure what everybody's clapping at, but they kind of join in a little bit.
It's like this single clap where the guy's just like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Everybody
know
else is
what
like,
I'm
"Yeah,
clapping
all right,
for,
whatever."
but yeah, okay. We'll do that.
Hey, somebody's clapping.
So yeah, I'm gonna go join Nedd, and like if he's ready, we can leave
Yeah.
for the plant.
Let's rock.
Okay, so you go outside the inn, and as you guys go outside, again, there's a lot of bustle and activity. You definitely, Nedd, at this point, you do see clear as day. There is a guard contingent now outside that cave entrance below.
Oh, okay.
You do see some people going in and out of the tower.
Hmm.
You don't see Bartle anywhere. Currently, you do see Nils. Nils is the Lizardfolk Ranger, part of the Viridian Order.
Okay, yeah.
He's standing actually close to the church. He is with Tenanye, the cleric, and they're having a conversation. And there's other things, as I said, lots of activity going on.
Does it look like the people who are going into, excuse me, the mine, does it look like they're showing guards like a pass, or are they being checked as they go in somehow?
It seems like that they know the person.
Okay.
So the people that are at the entrance kind of recognizes the person that's coming and going and lets
Okay.
them in and out. You do not see at this point the figure that you had seen before. You see no sign of a minotaur.
Yeah, well, he was further in, so it's
Yeah.
very possible that he's just still in there, and I didn't see him come out or something like that.
Okay. So where are you two headed now that you're outside?
I was thinking Nedd of going to see the cleric. Maybe she has like plants.
Oh shit, nice. Yeah, I'm down for that. That's clerics. I don't know. They know stuff about plants, don't they? I mean, I'm sure they must.
Okay, so you guys head across
Maybe.
the grassway and the various paths that are. It's kind of almost like it's an entire one big path at this point. It's just well trampled ground, um, back and forth between the buildings. So as you're approaching Nils and Tignanier having a conversation, they both look up at the pair of you, and wave a greeting and says, "Oh, good morning to our guests. Hopefully you slept well." That's coming from Nils, the Lizardfolk.
I slept like a baby.
I will tell you what. I wish we didn't have the same rooms as everybody else, but I mean, it's a small place. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I do. We do apologize. It's the only guest rooms we
Don't
had.
apologize. Don't apologize.
I mean,
It was comfortable.
we're growing. Actually, it's if you were here 7 months ago, it would have been just all tents, and it wouldn't be anywhere near as comfortable. So we've done a lot in the past 6 7 months.
What caused the change? I mean, obviously, if you found something in the mine, right? Was that?
Well, that was more recent, actually. But again, I mean, I know a little bit about it, and I know that we are just currently investigating some things down there. Nothing that we seem to be concerned about, or Bartle doesn't seem to be concerned about it too much. And as the Viridian Order representative, I've investigated inside, and we're still got some investigating to do before we're ready to kind of divulge what's going on. But yeah, that's we started changing here just because the business, the logging business for us was doing very well. The lower ridge here, we have Bartle has been very cautious over the years, working the camp and replanting new growth trees, and being very picky on what we do cut down, so that we've been able to maintain a much more steady supply of wood products and lumber, and then of course helping with the druids and projects like the Viridian Heart and replanting one of those, which is a miraculous thing in itself. So we're really looking forward to that.
Oh.
So I was wondering, do you have like calming herbs?
Calming herbs?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna
like
wink.
sorry. Sometimes teenagers are looking for them. Younger
Oh.
folk. Yeah, like
And then you get Tanyanya kind of she kind of jumps up on a rock that's nearby, and she goes,
purely for
"I
medicinal
know
reasons,
just
of
what you're
course.
talking about."
It's purely medicinal. I promise you.
Well,
Never abused.
there's a couple of types that I know of, and I have some,
Oh,
but those are meant for teas. You got to make it into a tea. I know there's some that I've seen people smoke, but if you smoke this stuff, oh, it's not good. You'll get very sick. But if you
Okay.
make it into
really?
you make this into a nice warm tea. Oh, it's so good.
How
It helps me go to sleep at night.
how sick would you say that you get? Like on the verge of death, or just like in a bad shape for a while?
Well, I know when I tried it the one time, I almost died.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't want that.
it's very sick. It wasn't good.
I don't want to kill him. I mean,
Okay, can I buy
sorry, Zakk.
She's like, I could sell you a small pouch of it, yeah, for well, I'll give you a pouch for 50 gold.
How much? Never mind.
50 gold?
50
50
gold is what she
gold.
charged. Yeah, she's like,
Jeez,
it's not an easy herb to find around the jungle.
Yeah. All right. What do we got here?
I know there's other herbs and plants around the jungle that do different things, but yeah, that's
like what? Like what kind of things do they do?
well, there's some that makes you really hyper and jumpy and
Oh no, we don't want those.
and paranoid.
No, we definitely don't want those.
That's very common in the jungle around here.
Oh god. Okay, so mental note: keep Zakk out of the jungle. Gotcha.
Can I do something instead of paying you? Can you need my help?
What can you do?
A lot of things.
Well, it occurs to me that if you guys have so much investigation to do with this cave, maybe we could help you out that way. I mean, we're very good at investigation. We're
Yeah.
like, both of us are exceptional at investigation. I would call myself an investigator.
Yeah, and I'm a good helper investigator.
She's better than I am. She's crazy eyes.
What about the others that you're with? The ones that are back at the canteen, like that Zakk fellow. This is Nils ass. That Zakk fellow. He thought he was being very smart last night and sneaking about and
he's just
investigating.
Tired,
He's
tired.
Yeah. He's tired. He's young. He's got a lot to learn still about. I mean, he's not as old as us, right? I mean, you know what I mean, right?
I think
you
he's
learn.
older than me.
Who?
Zakk.
You don't know what you're talking about. Be quiet. Shh. She says the weirdest things sometimes. It's funny.
Well, Nils actually looks at the two of you. He's like, well, perhaps after we do get the Viridian Heart in the ground and the ritual has taken place, we are preparing for that over the next couple of days. So that will, and you guys said you were going to help with that, which is fantastic.
Yeah,
and maybe perhaps after that, you can have words with Bartle, as I mentioned before, and see if he will okay you to go into the discovery, the dig site, as we call it. We don't want to call it a mine because there's really nothing down there to mine.
Do you need help with the rituals? I'm pretty good with those.
She is.
He looks like he's going to say something, and then all of a sudden you hear from across the way, one of the other loggers yells from near the gate, "Our guests have arrived." Now we're Zakk and Bang back at the canteen. What are you guys doing when Moxx and Nedd just kind of walk out to, take care of things, and you see them just headed over to the church? What are you two up to?
You want to go first, Bang?
At the moment, I'm not sure. Probably just listening out for any more information as I'm eating, but really enjoying the pancakes. Like I said, having fun with them and
Yeah, more.
Kind of keep an eye on.
And if you want more, there's more. You know, there's a variety of beverages. There's like this cold. Um, it's like more of it like a juice, like a citrus beverage, but it looks like it tastes like there's a little spice into it of some kind. It tastes very good. It goes
Like
along well.
spicy. She'll try it out.
Um, so yeah, so you're just enjoying it, and you're keeping an ear to the room and what's going on. What about
Yep.
you, Zakk?
Kind of keeping my eye on Zakk, so hopefully she won't let him sneak away.
Okay.
And keeping my ear out.
I'm actually going to head over back to Even again. I'm going to ask a couple of interesting questions.
Yeah, he's still busy doing his thing, but he is acknowledging now it's not as busy right now than as it was earlier. But yeah.
I go, Even, what is that? What is the process of the whole planting the viridian tree thing? What kind of rituals are needed? Do you know that?
Why do I look like a druid to you? And he looks up with this weird frog-like grin.
Well, I thought you might have heard it from a druid or something.
I don't have a clue. This is my life right here. This is it. I cook. I make drink.
Have you heard any suspicious stories around here? Like people going missing, or maybe people being attacked out in the jungle.
Oh well, we've had attacks here, of course. We're in the jungle. It happens, and so we have had some loggers go missing and such like over the years, but nothing really, substantial that I'm concerned about any more than usual.
While he's asking these questions, can I kind of keep an eye out? Like, is he drawing attention to himself? Is he causing problems with the patronage? As he's basically saying this out loud.
Make an insight check.
I'm being deliberately vague with what I'm trying to say, so I'm not trying to draw too much attention, hopefully.
I'm going to get a very... We'll try. 13.
Okay. People taking notice to him, but it doesn't look like they're aggravated or irritated or annoyed, or they are taking notice. Like, I mean, he's asking questions about it. They're like just looking at him, shrugging it, like not really having a care.
It's Zakk. At this point, I think almost everybody's already figuring out who Zakk is.
Well, not just that. He's also asking like common questions like, "Is there anything bad going on around here?" Or how does that whole thing? It's more like curiosity.
Yeah, you're trying to get some of the local lore and such, but you're all you're really getting is the fact that it's a logging company and accidents have happened. There have been wandering encounters through the jungle where things have happened, but nothing really. There's been no conspiracies of sorts.
Yes, thanks for the chat, Even.
My pleasure. Anytime. I
then rush over to the bank and whisper towards her. See, people have been going missing. I was right.
Listen to what he said. He said it was the normal stuff that normally happens when you're living in the jungles. Do you not know anything about the jungles? Have you never read a book?
It's an easy cover story.
As you guys are having this conversation, you guys also hear from outside somewhere, you don't know where, guests have arrived. You hear this shout from somewhere outside.
That's interesting. Come on, Jack.
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my!
Thanks, he just go back to the door, looks out to see who these guests are.
You guys are peeking out the door of the canteen, and Moxx and Nedd, you're standing out in front of the church as a little pouch of that herb is being passed over to Moxx, and you guys see the dark-skinned elf that met you at the gate when you first arrived yesterday. You see him standing there with a group of individuals wearing the robes and the markings of druids of the Jade Forest. There is a grand total. Actually, make me perception checks, everybody. See if you can figure out exactly how many there are.
Oh, come on, baby.
8.
8.
5. Ugh. 8.
Oh,
Ugh. These rolls are horrible tonight.
I end up with such a bad perception. I don't know. Okay. Hey, at least I rolled good. 19.
19. You know that there is, in fact, 11 of them. Exactly. 11. Moxx, do you share this information, Bang, with the group or no?
Yeah.
Or with,
Well,
you're with
you know,
Zakk. So you're with Zakk only.
Yeah, I'm with Zakk. But he's being really paranoid and stuff like that. And even though Bang is giving him a lot of problems, she is paying attention.
Yep.
And so she'll point out there's 11 of them.
Okay, so Zakk, you know there's 11 of them.
She knows he'll probably keep track of whether it stays 11, you know?
Okay. He goes, more than we can take on normally.
And they're clearly druids. They're not acolytes. They're druids.
And the reason she's saying it is not because of how he's thinking, but she's thinking, okay, he'll watch it. If it, all of a sudden we don't have as many, he'll notice because he's so paranoid right now.
Yeah. I am actually going to be eyeing them now.
And the thing is that way she has extra eyes, but she's not actually telling him why. For her, it's, okay, does anyone go missing?
So you see this, like you guys are standing at the door looking out at this new arrival at the gate. You guys are across the way. Nedd, what are you and Moxx doing?
I have this weird feeling that we've heard about like a group of 11 before or something like that.
A history check.
It's like in one of the conversations we had in one of the previous sessions, it's I can't even imagine why I think that, but
Can I do also?
8. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no.
Cannot roll anything.
I'm
sure that I heard something, but I can't remember for the life of me.
Moxx asked about doing the same thing.
Moxx?
Yeah, can I do it?
Yeah.
What the roll is? What is the roll?
A history check.
History. Okay.
Actually, you can make me history or religion.
I have 18 for history check.
Okay, so history. You do know that a group of 11, when it comes to druids, constitutes a full circle for doing circle rituals. That they can accomplish great magic with 11 druids.
Okay.
You've heard this before.
I'm gonna share that information with Nedd.
Wow.
With 11 of them, they can do some pretty powerful stuff.
Maybe they're all helping us like plant a tree or something. I didn't realize it was that significant.
Yeah. And while I'm gonna answer, I'm just gonna sniff the herbs.
Nice.
Just want to know what it smells.
What are you doing?
I'm just gonna snip the herbs.
Sniffing the bud, man.
No, if it's good.
It's pretty pungent. It's got like this.
It's good stuff.
It's it's got a smell of something that would be bitter.
Is it an indica or a sativa?
It's
or is it a hybrid?
It would definitely be a really high end indica strain if it was. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm not gonna move for the next 4 hours.
Nice. All right, cool. Yeah, Zakk definitely needs this.
Yeah, that's the new stuff I got. Is
hey, Zakk, we got you this tea.
So.
Don't ask about it. Just drink it.
Yeah.
Promise, it'll make you feel all better. Sorry, go ahead.
Yep. So you do know the fact that actually with the 19 Moxx as well, as druids, they are actually one of our chat pointed it out, one shy of a coven. Technically, you only need 3 for a coven, but that's with witches. With druids, 7 and 11 are common for rituals. However, 12 is what makes up the matron of the druid circle. Is the only thing that would be missing, and usually she doesn't take part in actual rituals.
So there, I wouldn't know that. Never mind. Forget it.
Really interesting.
Are you passing along that information to us, Bang? That
or Moxx.
11 plus 12 makes
Moxx knows that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Are you passing that information along?
Of course.
So, okay, because that's in my head. I'm thinking now. Does that? I mean,
Now that she's
I
pointing more and
wonder-
more out, you've heard this before at the Underhill Inn when it came to the circle of spores druids.
well, that makes me wonder if there's already one here.
Do you think there's one here?
Well, maybe if there's like 11 of them meeting somebody here.
Well, 11 would be the full circle for doing an actual complete ritual.
Yeah. But I mean, you
Minus
said
the matron.
12 is like the
It's the full circle with the matron.
Yeah.
The matron's usually at the top, and then there's the 11 that circle.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, what if they came to meet this matron for whatever reason?
Maybe.
This is getting weirder by the second. I think Zakk is. I don't know. I'm gonna hate myself for saying this, but it's kind of sounding a bit more like Zakk is right. Back. Smack
Aren't you
myself in the
glad
face.
Zack's
Oh,
not there right
God,
now?
I can't believe I said that.
Okay, so all of you now, you guys are watching this group, and they're all. You see Bartle actually come out of the tower. You do see at this point Shulza standing in the door, not being held or anything, just standing in the door of the tower with others inside. But you see Bartle come out and approach that group at the gate. Nils excuses himself from the company that you're with Tinanier, and heads to that group as well, heading over there. And now you do see, as they're approaching the group of druids, one druid from the back starts to come forward and really stands out, as in just over 7 feet tall, is a furbog.
Ooh, nice.
Steps forward to greet both Nils and Bartle with an embraced handshake.
I was going to say, does it look friendly?
Yeah,
Okay.
Looks very, very friendly. Looks like they know each other and they have a conversation. And at that, Bartle, turns back and goes to the tower. Nils begins to walk back towards where you guys are, Nedd and Moxx, with the druids behind him.
At any point in the meeting of Nils and Bartle, you said?
Bartle, yeah.
Is his name? And those two and the druids, did at any point at all, did they look in our direction?
Nope.
No. Okay, cool.
No, they were having a conversation. Looks like they were just, again, someone's coming to the gate.
Okay, cool.
Group,
right.
Just like a greeting and whatever else. But the fact that Bartle came out to greet them in person, which he didn't do for you guys, means that they were expected, and this is an official, perhaps an official entourage.
Yeah, they're slightly more important, I would imagine.
So Nils is walking past the canteen towards the church. Zakk and Bang, what are you doing?
I am just watching the group.
Okay, so you're standing there basically on the porch of the canteen, looking out, and it's like one of those wooden porches like you see in the old Wild West, with these wooden buildings and such. That this is like an old canteen, wooden structure. So
if I see someone talking, I might try to sneak over and try to overhear them.
Okay, it's for you to get over to where they are from where you are. That's probably 3 rounds of sneaking, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're like they are across the thing. If you're looking at the map, they're at the gate. You're at the canteen.
I see.
So, and now they're headed across straight to the church.
Okay. I'm going to try to see if I can sneak over to the church then, if that's possible.
Okay, make me 3 stealth checks, please.
Oh, that's still 3 stealth checks, huh?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
But you're not at disadvantage now because you don't have exhaustion yet.
Before I do that, then I'm gonna tell Bang. I'm gonna try to see if I can overhear what's going on with that group. You're muted, Bang.
Okay, but if you're going to do that, that means you can't reveal yourselves. That means no shooting people, no pistol whipping anybody, no hitting anybody, no screaming. If you hear something, you sneaks back. Don't sneaks away, sneaks back to us.
That
No
goes, oh, come on.
information if you don't bring it back.
That goes, come on. This is me we're talking about. I got this. I did the greatest in the world.
And
No,
with,
you don't.
And with that, what is your first stealth roll?
+18 +5.
So as he's kind of trails off there, Bang, he blends in quite nicely with the other loggers and people moving about. You see him here and there. You lose track of him. You see him he pops in and out as he's moving. And your next roll, Zakk.
16 +5.
Okay, so you continue along your way. So as you're doing that, Bang, what are you doing at this point now that you've seen he is quietly stealthing away?
So she's like, you know what? If he dies, right? So she just leaves him to his own devices at this point, because that's just how she is about him, and goes actually to the druids. And basically what she's trying to look at is she doesn't want to bother any of the really important ones, but she's kind of just looking to see if she can talk to one of them and be like, hey, how does this ritual work and things like that? Because again, she likes to seek out knowledge.
So you're just out of the blue, just walking straight across to kind of intercept the group as they're moving, to just kind of, hey, how are you, type of thing, and have a conversation.
Yeah, and she is trying to be polite about it. If she realizes that they're too busy, she won't bother them. Yep. But if she feels that it's casual enough, then she'll try to chat with them.
Okay. So you're headed over there to them. Nedd and Moxx, you see Nils leading this group of 11 druids towards you and Tenanye. You see Bang come out of the canteen and move and gone to intercept the group of druids. Looks like she's kind of hailing them to say hi or whatever. You don't see Zakk anywhere. You don't see him about, which can be a little unnerving, I'm sure. Not knowing where he's at and what he's up to. What are you two doing? Moxx, what are you doing? Let's start with you.
Hide the weed.
Eat it, quick, eat it. Oh my god.
No, I'm not eating that. Plan to die.
You guys do know that from what you've seen in the jungle, actually in a lot of places that are around different areas, things like this it is a drug, or it's a medicinal drug. There are places that outlaw it, just like there's places that have outlawed alcohol, but the Jade Forest is not one of those places. It's the Jade Forest is pretty much a freedom reigns kind of place where, if
love is love,
smoke it if you got it, if you got it's just the way it is.
Can I? Sorry, go
ahead.
No, can I lean over to Tenanye and kind of point off towards the druids and say, who are the guys in the dresses, like the robes? Probably pretty important, eh?
They're part of the local circle in the area.
Yeah.
They're here to perform the actual ritual on the heart after it's planted. And to prepare the soil to get things ready for where it is.
Can I roll an insight check on that?
Yep.
Cool. Just in case. Oh, that's better. 30-20.
She's being straight up and honest. She's got a very pleasant demeanor as well as she's conversing, and it's just kind of like, this is kind of important type of. You do get that sense that this is something that is very important.
Clearly they're if Nils and Bartle both met them, then right there, that's important,
Yeah, it seems like you've been. You guys haven't been in the Jade Forest for as long, obviously, as most of these folks, but you have come to learn that the Viridian trees are revered, even worshipped in some little areas of the jungle, because they are magical in nature. They are said to be somewhat sentient as well. They're not, again, some of the details on it are not really shared with everybody, but they're there, and it because it is just so synonymous with the trees and the canopy and the whole name of the forest and the Viridian orders, just that. I mean, they protect the forest. And you do know, like, you have heard stories that the Frostwood that's to the northeast of here used to be Viridian trees, but they have been corrupted into something else.
Do we know who caused or what caused the
It was
corruption?
a long time ago. There's
Is there
all
any
different.
rumors or anything like that? Or?
There are rumors. There's rumors of dragons. There's rumors of witches. Rumors of a high level necromancer.
Oh, like that.
Yeah, there's like all kinds of things. You do know from what you know as well, Shulza does come from the Frostwood originally, as did Theta Mekbag, your sister. But again, they don't really talk too much about the Frostwood.
Makes sense.
You know,
if it's such a terrible place.
yeah, it's just not exactly, and that's what you've never been there or anything else, but you have heard stories, and none of them are good. So with that, they do approach, and they come up, and Nils looks over at Tenanye, and he does an introduction for Tenanye.
I'm gonna look over Moxx and be like, should we kneel or something, or like?
They don't seem to be doing any kind of formality.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, so am I.
So
Totally.
you're doing like a bow.
Hey, welcome.
So Nils is introducing Tenanye, but then when he sees this, he looks over at the two of you, and he's like, "And this is Nedd, and that's Moxx." And then he looks back over at the halfway through the group as Bang is engaged in a conversation there, and that's Bang over there, and everybody. This, of course, is Yaethel. Yaethel has brought his circle here to help with the planting of the heart and to get everything ready and to do the ritual with us.
Oh, nice.
So
Yaethel, do you do goblin sacrifices?
the Furbog just kind of raises an eye, and it's almost like his one ear just kind of flops down a little bit. He's like, well, I don't know about a goblin sacrifice, but we all make sacrifices in this group, I'm telling you.
I understand. I did a lot of sacrifices when I was younger. Do you sacrifice goat?
Can I make an insight check on him?
Yep.
Yeah.
What are you trying to determine?
If there's like any hidden meaning to what he said, like if it just sounds
meaning or
like
a hostile hidden meaning.
A hostile hidden
Okay.
meaning. Yeah. Oh, that's not good. An 8. Why am I rolling sixes? And
You're not sure. He could be hiding something, but he's just like, But he's looking. You're obviously, well, you're not. You are wearing the symbol, but you're not front and center. But it is on you.
Yep.
And he does look at Moxx. He looks down at you, and then he looks down at the skull on the chain that's hanging there at your belt as your symbol. And it just kind of looks back. He says, "Yep, sacrifices is sometimes all we have to do."
I'm guessing I didn't hear that.
I hate this.
You are about halfway across now because you're being stealthy and going around the long way. Bang, you're hearing the conversation, but you're also going back to the middle of the room. You are talking with another druid, and it just actually a couple of them just answer you here and there that it's a ritual to help the growth, and especially with such a prominent and important sapling as a Viridian heart. We want to make sure that it takes root properly and that the ground is prepared and that it has a suitable home for its growth into the future.
So that makes perfect sense with the studies I've had as well. What exactly do you use to prepare for this ritual? What kind of items and things do you need?
It's prayer. It's prayer that we do mostly. But I know Yathel has brought along some special runic stones that are required for one of the rituals. Um, we have to prepare the area in which this is to be planted, and because we got to go part way up the upper ridge because that's where it's going. So, um,
Do you have to? Are there any like elements that are used up during the? I think of the word I want. I can't think of the word I want. But basically the things you have to have for a spell.
Components.
most of them don't seem to have an answer. One of them that looks a little older says, "Well, yeah, there are some items that are expelled that Yathel has as well that don't make it through the ritual. I can tell you that the runic stones usually do survive, and he puts them back in his pouch and takes them with us in case we ever need it again." This
That's
is this is only the second time in my entire lifetime, and this is an elf you're talking to, and he looks old. So he's probably a good 400 years old. Like he's old. Um,
I didn't realize how far between some of these uh, trees have been planted.
um, and at this point, there's a conversation that's now spreading amongst the group, and Bang, and now to Nedd and Moxx. You guys are hearing parts of this as well. And now Zakk, you're starting to get parts of this conversation. Um, the Viridian trees are spaced out because of how big they are. And it's the new growth trees beneath them that usually it's trees that don't need as much light or different kinds of light that grow beneath them because they do block out the sun, as you know. So they're usually pretty spaced out. There seems to be a connection where, and this druid that's speaking, Yathel hasn't said a word to you guys other than that little bit of dialogue there. He's just this conversation is from an older druid that's telling these stories of the Viridian trees. But most of the trees, the Viridian trees that you're walking under, are perhaps thousands of years old.
It's amazing that they've been able to be preserved as long as they have.
Well, at that, I mean, you guys all know that for trees, you've heard of trees being several hundred years old, but the fact that someone's now saying that some of these trees could be thousands of years old, that's like,
That's crazy.
yeah, it's like, whoa, boom, that's huge. So Zakk, you're hearing that in this conversation. So, Zakk, you're off to the side. You're actually within reach. What is everybody doing as the group is there? Yathel seems to be like talking to a lot of the other druids, giving instruction on what they're to do and pointing to a trail that's leading up behind the church. Um, and you do see them making reference and pointing to the canvas sack that's sitting inside the church there with the doors are open, just pointing to that as well and just kind of giving some instructions. So, Moxx, what are you doing as all this is going on?
I don't know. I guess I'm gonna play with the herbs.
Okay, you're gonna play with the herbs. How?
Well, I think she's going to investigate if she could do something else than a tea. And she likes to try to maybe cook it, a brownie or something, in a cake with salt.
So you're wandering off back to the canteen then, where there's a cook stove.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do something with it so
Okay.
Zakk can relax, stop paranoing.
So you are Moxx, you walk away from the group as they're all there in various levels of engagement, and you've got this little pouch in your hand, and you're still sniffing the pouch now and again, and reaching in and feeling it. It's kind of gummy when you're feeling it, but you get back to the canteen, and even is there the cook stove, and he seems to be cleaned up for the most part. He over. He says, "Oh, hi. You're Moxx, right?
Yes, and you are?
I'm even.
Oh, even. Yes. Yes.
What can I help you with, my dear?
Are you in Bat's family? You remember Bat?
family. No.
Bat from the gates. She smells good.
Oh, yeah. No, we're not family.
Oh, okay.
But we know each other.
Oh, cool.
What
She's my
would
best friend. After Dag, and Ned,
and
and Zakk,
that?
and Shulza, and the two goats.
Wow, you got a lot of best friends.
Yeah.
You're very lucky. I got friends, but I don't have any best friends. But that's okay.
But you're my best friend now.
Okay.
Can I use your kitchen right now?
You want to use my kitchen? What would you
Yeah.
like to do in my kitchen?
Cook something.
What are you cooking?
Those herbs, and I'm gonna like put the bag in front of his face.
You see his little amphibian nostrils kind of. Oh, I know what that is. That's yeah. You could.
Would you like some?
Oh, you gotta boil it down really good. You gotta really boil it down, and then you gotta mix in some stuff. I'll help you.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool.
Hey, it's gonna help. Otherwise, we're gonna have problems.
We're all gonna get weed cake today. Yay!
Oh boy.
Let's see. You're gonna roll an intelligence check at advantage.
Nice.
Okay. Intelligence.
That's funny.
Okay, my first roll is a 9. My second roll is a 6.
Okay, so with a 9, you do get. It's kind of when you're done. It sort of looks like a cake, but it looks a little gummy here and there. It looks edible. It doesn't look very pretty.
It's okay.
Sorry.
I'm gonna high five even and say like, yeah, we did it!
He's just kind of looking at it going, yeah, that's going to pack a punch. That's for sure.
Would you like a bite?
No, I got work to do today. I take a bite of that, I'm not doing nothing.
I'm gonna leave like a little piece for even for later.
Oh, thank you very much.
Before you go to bed. And leave it there.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And I'm gonna take the rest of the cake outside and you're like, Zakk!
Okay, so you're doing that for the next little while,
Yeah.
and Nedd and Bang and Zakk, you're still in the shadows. Bang and Nedd, what are you two doing with the group here as you see this Yathel fellow, this Furbog, start giving orders to the other druids?
I know for me, I'm trying to look to see if there's anything that could be construed as a sacrifice that maybe it wasn't as bad as what Nedd thought. You know, like is it herbs that might be sacrificed? Would it be livestock? Or is there other things?
An investigation check.
Eight.
And
every time I have a good modifier, I roll bad.
You don't
I've
notice,
given you my luck.
Nothing stands out at all that you're aware of, but it still could be. I mean, it's very ambiguous that you don't, you're not seeing anything specific one way or another. Nedd, what are you doing? You see Bang focusing on different things, and it seems like she's investigating the area. Again, you don't see Zakk. Moxx has wandered off to the canteen.
What was the guy who was giving all the orders? What's his name?
Yathel.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to Yathel and introduce myself and say, "How you doing? I am Nedd. I'm part of the Emerald Legion. You look like a nice fellow. It's nice to meet you."
Very nice to meet you indeed. It is, Nedd.
Yeah.
Always welcome a member of the Legion.
Yeah. Are you a member yourself?
Oh no, but we have a good relationship with the Viridian Order, which is that's the Emerald Legion.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Hey, so you guys are gonna perform like some crazy ritual or something like that?
Well, yeah, we were hoping that you guys would be able to help out a little bit and get the grounds prepared.
Okay. Is that? I mean, what do you need us to do?
Um, well, follow me. And he starts to go past the church to a trail that you see other druids that have already gone up and come down. You see loggers coming up and down this little trail. Um,
I will follow him, but I've got my hand on my warhammer. Just not like in a hostile manner. Just it's like it's almost resting there. Like I'm trying to make it look like it's just kind of nonchalant.
okay, so you're headed up this
But it's
path.
close.
Bang, because you're investigating, you do actually manage, and that's a little bit of a distraction for you as you're investigating everything. You notice that Nedd is wandering off with Yathel, the big furbog, past the church. Zakk, you see this as well. You see Nedd, wandering up with Yathel up this path where other druids are coming and going.
I'm
Zakk,
stealthing
what are
that
you
way.
doing?
Stealthing towards him.
Okay, so you now are trying to follow Nedd and Yathel. Make me another stealth roll, please.
I'd like to be like watching to see if any of our other party members
Nat 20 again. Sorry.
mind.
Okay, what is that with your pluses?
Sorry.
What is that with your pluses?
With my pluses, 25.
Okay. So you're stealthy. Bang, you don't see Zakk still. You know that Moxx has gone to the canteen. You see Nedd. Zakk, you are completely undetected by the majority of the people that are around you.
Okay.
So you are following along. So we're back now. Bang, you've done this investigation. What are you doing as they've now left and gone behind the church?
I don't like that. At least in my perspective, we've been split into one
Multiple
each
sections.
and every place. So since the only person I know that's close to me that I can get to quickly is nearby is Nedd, I think I'm gonna try and follow Nedd.
So you're gonna kind of
At
jog.
least we've got two together.
You're gonna jog to catch up.
Yep.
Okay, so you're catching up to them. Moxx, you're gonna be cooking up a storm in there in the kitchen there for a little bit.
Nice.
You get up this part of it's a little bit steep at points for Bang and for Nedd and for Zakk. Not to a point where I'm not going to require you to make another stealth check yet, but it's not easy. You take some extra precautions to get up there, but you get to this spot that has it's a pretty big clearing where there is, it has been marked a big spot in the middle of the clearing of a circle has been marked out. And there are smaller circles that have been marked out with a stick on the ground. Placed like 11 spots around the circle have been placed there. And he says, this is where we're going to plant the heart. That big circle in the middle, we really need to have dug out. It's got to be at least, I'd say 6 feet deep.
Can I roll an insight check on that?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
I figured someone was going to do it. See, I said 6 feet.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Natural.
I want to do that as well.
Yeah, you can hear it.
I rolled natural 1.
I rolled a 4.
Unbelievable.
Yep, so you have no...
All right, I better roll too.
Yeah, you might as well. Yeah, because
Will that save us?
I got a 10. At least it was higher than everyone else.
You're not 100%, but for the most part, Bang, he's being sincere. That is what they're asking from you guys, is to help dig this. And he goes on and actually talks about the size of the hole and its dimensions. It's got to be tapered down to the bottom. So it's not like a grave. Now that he's explaining it, he's like, you're tapering it like a cone into the ground, and then the dirt will be piled up around it in a ring. And then he goes on to explain that there's special stones that they put on the other marks, and then each of my fellow brothers and sisters, we take part and we perform the ritual.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, all right. I'll start helping to dig.
Okay, so you're starting to help. Bang.
Yep, I'll help.
Okay, Zakk, you're still in hiding, but you see them starting to dig a hole.
Okay.
And you know all about the hole. You've heard the conversation.
With okay. With this rope that I have, and I think you know which rope I'm talking about.
Yep.
Do people actually have to step on that
They just
for
have
it
to
to be
walk-
triggered,
they
or
just
do they
have
have
to
to walk
walk over it.
across it?
Yep, just walk over it.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna bury it right in front of the hole, but only like a foot deep, and then like cover it up, just in case.
Okay. So
Like in a straight line right in front of the hole.
So are you attempting to go around, like, because it's a roundish hole? It's big, but it's rounded. So you're.
I've only got
kinda,
15 feet.
So you're gonna. It's
So,
gonna be slightly.
yeah,
curved.
I'm gonna curve it so like it covers the front of this hole.
Okay, so you bury
And
part
bury
of that
it.
rope.
Yeah, like stealthily, so that.
Roll a stealth check, please.
Yeah, stealthily, because I don't want anybody to see what I'm doing. Or at least I'm gonna try to. Come on, give me.
You gotta roll a perception to see that.
Give me a good.
Sure, you can. You can roll.
Oh, you gotta be joking me. Natural 1.
I rolled an 8.
Unreal. These days are banished.
Yeah, you don't need to make unless you roll. What did you roll, Zakk?
18 plus 2.
Yeah, you're fine.
God,
You see it. You see him trying to bury a rope. But more importantly, with that roll, you notice that Yathel is also kind of curiously watching him to do this as Nedd thinks he's being stealthy. But
unbelievable. Natural 1. Jesus. That's like 3 of them tonight.
pretty much he's like everybody sees what he's doing.
Crazy.
So now swinging back to Moxx, you finish this thing and you leave a portion and you keep the rest. Where are you going after you're done baking this?
I want to go join my friends.
Okay, so you go out. You don't find them outside. As you walk out, though, you do see another or hear that same person, the dark-skinned elf at the gate, say, "It's now getting close. You're about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The day is growing on. Our other guests have arrived." And at that,
Other?
you now look over and you see a big difference of individuals. These are not druids at all. These are well-armed, well-armored individuals. Some look like they're fighters. Some look like they're rangers. You do see a couple that look like they're mages. There's probably a good 20 in all of individuals that have come in, and they're all wearing the markings of the Viridian Order.
Oh.
And you see, at this point, there's only one individual that you recognize near the gate, other than the Darkskin Elf, and that's Nils, the Lizardfolk, which is the Viridian Order commander inside this particular establishment in the tower. He's having a conversation with these individuals at the gate. So what are you doing?
I'm gonna yell at Niels and be, "Hey Niels, do you know what my friends are?"
He stops his conversation for a moment. He goes, of course, Moxx. They're behind the church to the left. There's a trail. Just follow it up.
Thank you, I love you! And I am leaving.
He just kind of looks strangely and goes about his conversation. So you head up and you meet up with your companions up on the hill.
Yes, so the druids are there?
The druids are there. There's some that are coming and going a little bit. They seem to be prepping the space in the ground. You see Bang and you see Nedd digging a hole. A certain dimension of a hole
Okay.
is marked. You see Yathel, the big Forbog, placing these really unique stones that have a glowing orange sigil on each of them at 11 points around the circle, like around this particular hole that's being dug. And it's all being prepared as this is going on. And you do see some druids praying as well here and there.
Can I persuade the druids to eat my cake?
Oh no!
Please.
Yes.
Make a persuasion.
Oh no!
Totally normal. There's nothing wrong
At
with this stick at
disadvantage.
all.
Okay.
Oh
They
no!
are druids, so it is a disadvantage.
So I have an 11 and a 6.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. They're just like, no, thank you. Maybe later.
Leader is good.
It's almost like they seem to know what was in this.
No,
It
at
does
least
have
I
a unique-
tried.
It does.
They
have
can
a
probably
unique
smell it.
Yeah, it has a unique smell to it.
That's hard to hide.
All right, so the day goes on a little bit, and you're now maybe at about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The other druids have helped, get this hole dug and everything else, and you now see that the cart has been brought up the hill with that burlap sack in the back of it, and it is being placed and getting ready to be lowered into the hole in the ground with the sapling in it.
Does anybody trip over my rope?
Most people, you see them kind of stepping around, and at one point,
Damn it.
you actually see Yathel reach down and grab it
Oh.
and kind of curl it up a little bit. He does look at it strangely for a minute, and he hands it back to you. He says,
Oh, thanks. I totally dropped this.
yeah, you weren't very good at hiding what you were doing.
I don't know what you're talking about. Your hole is very nice.
Are
We dug
you
a good
afraid
hole
of
for
something?
you. No, I'm not afraid of nothing.
We're not going to hurt you guys. We have nothing. We're here for this purpose. You've done
And-
nothing to our circle.
Well, this is, that we know of.
What we don't
Okay.
know of yet.
Well, we don't always know what Zakk's done.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. Zakk. I don't know where he is.
You mean the fellow that's being sneaky over there behind that one tree?
What?
Is that where he went?
I'll look over.
I looked
see if
at
can see
Zakk!
him.
You
I have
don't see
cake for you!
where he's pointing. You guys don't see Zakk at all. But you see,
You're
this
really good
guy
at
is
just-
pointing at this particular tree,
Wow.
and you know for a fact, Zakk, that he's pointing to the tree that you are standing behind.
Wow, really? Just like without any hesitation, he's just like,
She's him.
boom,
I'm
there
really
he is.
curious.
He already
I-
he rolled to actually find him. He's got
Okay, all right.
He's got
I
plus
have
10
some
perception.
cake!
And he rolled an 18, so even with a natural 20,
Damn.
yes, 27. So you succeeded.
Wow.
You're
Wow,
hidden.
very nice.
But yeah, he spots you, but he's not making a big deal out of it.
Hmm.
He just says,
I'm going-
No, that's good to know though that he's.
I'm going to pretend
Crazy
like
perception.
I'm not going to reveal myself. I'm just going to pretend like he's crazy.
Okay,
Wow.
so you guys are there. The hole is done.
And then, do you mind if I try to stealth to another tree?
Yes, you can.
$22.
25. So you think you're hidden. You're still hidden to everybody else. No one has a clue where you are, and he gives no indication that he's following where you're going. So he's just not really paying attention to you from what you see.
Okay.
So this goes on until, as I said, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and at which case, Yathel says to you guys, "Well, thank you for the help. We're going to start our ritual soon, so we need the area to be cleared." And what you see this happen is the sack has been placed in the center of the hole in the bottom. The canvas sack, the wrappings have been removed, and you see this little sapling just kind of, it's almost like a seed, but just a little sprout start on the top, which has got that iridescent green sparkling magical glow to it. And it's very small. It's about the size of a fist. Compared to the size of what these Viridian trees become, this is pretty small. And it's pulsing. You guys all see it. There is the rhythm, almost like a heartbeat to its pulses.
What does he mean by cleared?
He's just basically asking everybody to step back out of the circle.
Oh yeah, of course I will.
Yeah. So at this, you do see the druids kind of form this large circle around, and they all start praying and chanting. Um,
Cool.
you can make me religion check, Moxx, please.
Yes, religion. Not one. Plus
You-
4, 5.
Yeah, you're lost in it all. Like to you, this is so overwhelmingly powerful magics of a divine nature that it literally thinking about it begins to hurt your head as you're trying to wrap your head around it. Like, oh my gosh, it's like if like in modern day times if we were trying to explain quantum physics to somebody. After a while, your head just starts to hurt. Going, yeah, I can't deal with this right now. So it's that kind of overwhelming stuff that's going on. The chanting, you do see the thrum of the pulse of the heart gets faster and faster, and seems to get a little brighter and brighter. And after about 15 minutes of chanting, you guys can all make me a perception check.
I did have a question.
Yep,
Can we understand the words they're saying?
they're speaking it in common for the most part. Yes, there are phrases here and there that you don't, unless you speak celestial, you're probably not going to get it. But if you do
The
speak
reason I
celestial,
asked is I have comprehend languages. I thought about casting it so I could follow them.
yeah, if you wanted to understand all of it, you probably could, to understand the words. But then I would need you to make a religion check.
Yeah, I just thought she's very intrigued by this. She likes to learn things, so I see her doing this.
Okay, so
So yeah, I think
are
I'll
you
cast
casting?
that. And,
Okay,
yep.
and yep,
I rolled an 18 on perception.
an 18 on the perception. Okay, Moxx, what was your perception?
10.
10. Okay. So bang. What did you? Actually, Zakk, what's your perception? 1.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. Zakk, you have no clue. You're so busy hiding and trying to pay attention, so you're not seeing. You don't notice anything that's going on. Um, and of course, bang. You are.
Yeah. So I got
Oh.
13 on the religion check, and you said what was the other one? A perception.
The perception. Yeah.
That one's 11.
Okay. So you guys, the three of you, do see it. It's 10 or above to see this. That the little soil ball that's at the bottom, uh, all of a sudden, little mini serpent-like roots start to come out of the dirt and start to embed themselves into the other soil around it as this ritual is going on. And you do see pulses of that green energy travel down those roots like it was a vein almost, is what you notice going on. Bang, with your religion check, you know that the basics of this ritual is like a sanctuary spell, but it is so overwhelmingly powerful. There's something else attached that even though you understand the language and you know that it's not, and there's no ill intent in what is being cast. It's just it's outside your actual mental grasp to
Yep.
kind of understand exactly what the spell is.
Sounds like a super powered version. It's probably what protects all the trees because you said that they're all protected, right?
It seems to be like a sanctuary, almost like
Yeah.
they're doing a
Yeah, I don't
sanctity
know
of
all of
the
it.
grounds, making a hallowed ground of sorts. How long are you guys watching the ritual?
Bang will actually sit there and watch the whole ritual.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm enthralled
Same.
by it.
Okay. So you guys sit there for probably at least close to 5 hours.
Wow.
It's getting dark, and lanterns have been brought up by the other loggers to help the druids see. And also, you now notice that you're all up here. There's people you haven't seen before that are well armed and armored, and they're wearing the markings of the Viridian Order. They seem very formal. They seem to be watching the outskirts of the clearing, just for protective sake. to see what is going on to make sure nothing is happening. But this goes on until again it's past dinner time. It's probably about 8 o'clock at night. You guys haven't eaten, but this ritual has been non-stop. What you have witnessed over this 5 hours is those roots have solidly taken hold in the ground, and slowly but surely that mound of soil that was like forming a ring around the hole is starting to kind of come in on itself on its own and bury the actual root on its own and slowly coming up. And you see the sapling get thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker as it goes. And by the time the 5 hours has gone by, this Viridian sapling is probably a good 40 feet tall and maybe a foot and a half in diameter.
That's so cool.
So, and in their chant, and you can see sweat pouring down from all of them. You see there's like a glow that's surrounding them and their hands, almost like a wispy glow that's connecting them one to the other as they do that. And then there is also a very faint, you can almost lose sight of it. It's almost like a wisp of smoke, but it is an iridescent green glow that is actually attaching itself to that sapling, to that tree, to the other druids that are performing the ritual and having it grow. You are approached by Nils after about 5 hours because it is getting late, and he says, "Well, just so you guys know, even kept some dinner aside for you guys. It is late. I know they're almost done for the day, and I think tomorrow." I'm going to see if Bartle has time to speak with you guys about getting permission to go beneath the ground there in their dig site.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you holding us dinner for us. That's very kind of you.
Even seems to take a liking to you guys. So
Evan's a very cool guy. I like Evan.
I like Even.
So with that, what do you guys all do at this point?
Hey,
I know.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just say I know Bang would definitely sit out through the whole thing because again, that is one thing she does still hold is respect for knowledge, respect for cultures and things like that. I know she'd stick it through, but then yeah, she'll definitely eat the meal ravenous when she gets there.
Yeah, so it goes on for maybe an hour after that. It's about 9 p.m. and the druids they seem to stop for the night, exhausted, and they're also going down to the canteen to quietly be amongst themselves and replenish their energy because they really, you guys notice a noticeable drain in their physical and mental
for
energy.
5 hours.
Just, yeah, they're exhausted. So, and you guys notice this. Is there anything specific you want to do before you kind of bunk down for the night?
Yup.
Okay.
Eat the cake!
I was just going to say, I'm going to look over at Moxx and say, geez, that dinner was really, really great, but what we need is dessert. Do you have any dessert or anything like that? It's Zakk, you want dessert, don't you, Zakk? I mean, the meal was so delicious. You can't possibly be full. I mean, you got to have dessert, right? It's part of the meal, isn't it?
I'm probably going to try my best not to have actually gone in and gotten dinner.
Why would you not go eat dinner? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, that's a good point. That would actually good point. Yeah, I know.
You have been very stealthy, and you've watched everything that's gone on for the day.
Yeah,
and there's been nothing that has kind of given you any more fuel to that fire, even though it's still in the back of your mind. But nothing that has happened today seems to.
Right, and if I don't make an appearance, that might be suspicious. So actually, I will go in and eat dinner then, and I'm going to respond to what Nedd said with sure.
Yeah, there you go. It's a love. What do you got, Moxx? What do you got?
What?
I baked a cake.
Oh, it sounds delicious.
It's a good sized cake. It's about that thick. But it looks like, if you guys have seen the texture of like a bread pudding, it's kind of mushy at spots, gummy, like a dough still, almost like a cake batter that's been put in there. So it's there. It doesn't look very pretty, but it smells pretty pungent. but it looks not
I'm
pretty, but
gonna
it looks good.
analyze the
Edible.
cake.
Ouch. What's that?
I'm gonna analyze the cake.
Okay. What are you looking for, and how are you going to analyze it?
Basically, I'm just trying to see what's in the cake
Okay.
that's making it smell weird.
Just cake mix.
It looks like a chocolate cake,
Eh.
almost like a brownie, but it looks undercooked.
It would be rude not to have a slice of the cake that Moxx worked so hard on.
Yeah.
Is
Do you want to
anybody-
make
is
me
anybody
cry?
else
Zach?
eating it?
I'm gonna eat.
Hell yeah, I'll have a slice.
So you have
I forget. I think last time I liked
Okay.
cake, even though it was salty.
What's that?
I can't remember. Last time she made the cake, I know she
I
had like
used
what
salt instead of
Yeah, it
sugar.
was too salty.
I can't remember. Didn't Ding like the cake for some weird reason?
Yeah, she liked the salty one.
That's
You don't know why.
I
Okay,
don't remember why, but I'm pretty sure she liked it for some reason.
it's time for one of Zack's many lies.
So yeah, I think Bang would try. Like, she doesn't know that she put the herbs
Zach,
in.
you see
She wasn't there when they
Bang
did the
takes a
herbs. She has
piece,
no clue.
Nedd takes a piece. Moxx takes a piece.
Shulza's gonna be
Hell,
so
even,
mad we got
even
stoned.
reaches over at this point, and he pulls over. You see him pull over the little plate that's got the piece you put aside for him earlier, Moxx, and he pulls that aside, and he's sitting down with you guys. I think I'm gonna join you, if you don't mind.
Gee,
Hey,
Zach,
and you're nice.
I did that cake for you.
That's what she says, Mr. Zakk. She told me when she came in the kitchen and I helped her make it. She says it's for her friend Zakk.
Mm,
Yeah, to
And
help.
now I switch up you, Moxx.
okay. Yeah, Zack just go. Oh, I don't know. I feel horrible. I've been having a horrible stomach ache ever since I.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna
deception
cry.
check, Zakk. Zakk, roll deception.
Okay.
I'm also gonna cry to make him feel.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, Moxx would definitely cry.
What'd you get, Zach?
Okay, let's see. I need to check the modifier.
It's not good, though. They're not that great.
Let's see.
I think my bad luck is over.
That's a 10.
I rolled
with my
a dirty
modifier.
20.
He's lying.
Yeah.
He's lying through his
Nice.
teeth.
You're not sick. Stop lying. Have a piece of cake, you rude something or other.
He's just holding this. Oh, it's really bad.
You're going to make her cry, and I'm gonna burn you alive. Now,
Shulza will be
Max,
so
Moxx,
angry
make a
with
performance
you.
check.
Me or
No, Moxx.
Moxx.
Not one.
Oh,
That one.
I gave you guys my bad rolls. I'm sorry.
She's got these fake crocodile tears welling up in her eyes, but she's eating the cake. Even's eating the cake. How long are you holding out, Zakk? Are you eating the cake? Are you not eating the cake?
can I roll an intimidation?
you can.
Can I give her help with that?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, nice. Shulza will be so mad at you.
So, Bang, you can make me an intimidation roll with advantage, please.
Nice.
Okay. I don't have my modifier 0, so this will be interesting. Nat 20.
Okay.
Okay, so Zakk,
Eat the cake.
Zakk, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Listen,
Your DC to beat is 20.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah. That's a 7.
Yeah, you feel like they're right. Shulza is very, very mad.
Oh, you
did,
make
like,
Moxx
that's-
mad, you're dead.
I'll try. Maybe it might make me feel better.
It will totally, I
So
promise.
you guys all do consume of the cake. You can all make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Can we choose to fail it?
Yes.
Yes, I go to choose to fail it.
Oh, wait. Constitution saving, you said?
Yep.
I rolled a 17 for that.
I have also a nat 1.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so sorry.
I think
really am
D&D
sorry.
Beyond is broken.
What
You to be honest, just
so,
so you know.
Bang, what did you roll?
I accidentally rolled with a stupid thing again and got a 7.
Nice.
Okay. So for those of you that
I rolled a
failed,
17 to remind you.
you passed. You made your saving throw. So for Nedd,
dear.
Bang, and Moxx, everything
I
just
never
seems
had
to
any of this stuff before.
slow down.
Yeah.
Everything just mellows. The whole room, the volume of everybody's conversations quiets down. You don't really care. You're sitting there, your arms are down. You don't even want to bring your hand up half the time to move.
Nice.
You're very relaxed. You're very
This is the
mellow.
good stuff.
And
How is even?
uh,
yeah.
even has got like some. He's just sitting there with a smile. You see that like this amphibian smile, and he's droopy eyes. He's just
Okay.
I'm gonna hold my hand up in front of my face and go, they call them fingers, but I never see them fing.
What role do I have to know? Roll to figure out what the hell's going on.
Make me an intelligence check
Just a natural.
or a medicine check.
Whoa.
Yeah, Pang's never had anything like this, so she was not expecting this at all.
Hey guys, we're green.
That's
Yeah.
14.
Nedd,
They're under the influence of a drug,
do
and
you,
Zakk, you feel it in your system. It's just not quite affecting you like them just yet. But they are clearly at a far point of intoxication.
Okay.
That's what it looks like.
I turn the box. I just hunch over and whisper in her ear, "You tried to get me drugged."
can you daydream at night?
At that, Moxx, you see Max.
It's amazing.
Max, you're here.
You see him clear as day.
Can the rest of us who are
No.
high see him?
You cannot.
Oh, that would have been funny.
But Moxx,
Wow,
you
you're
see-
handsome.
Yeah, he's a pretty good-looking fellow. For a dead guy, sorta. For a ghost.
Is he a ghost goblin?
Yeah, he's a spirit goblin. Yeah, he
A
is
spirit goblin.
Yeah, he doesn't have. You can tell that it's not substance for his body, but you can kind of see through him. But he's clear as day. He's there, and he's just smiling at you and nodding.
Where
And
have you been? I missed you.
I not ever very far. I'm here. I'm always at your side. You know that. I support
You
you.
didn't talk to me today.
Well, you've been pretty busy today doing your thing. I didn't want to disturb you when you were talking to Even. He's a nice fellow. And the fact that you're doing this to Zakk is pretty funny.
Yeah. It's always funny.
At this point, you do notice that Zakk is not acting the same as the rest of you. However, Zakk, make me another Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh crap!
It's a creeper. Nice.
A creature?
That
I don't
would be
know
a
the terms of this at all.
4.
A creeper is when weed slows, like you don't feel it, and then suddenly
You
you're
guys
really,
are all
really...
like the three of you. You're looking, Bang, Moxx, Nedd. You're looking at one another, even looking over at Even. You guys are like, you're just, man, it's all good, everything's fine. But you guys kind of notice that Zakk is sort of a buzzkill. He seems to be normal, going about his business and kind of looking at you guys strangely. But then all of a sudden,
Oh shit!
you see, like, he's in the middle of a sentence, and his hands just go on the table, and he's just
Nice.
looking blankly at the wall between all of you, and he's just there,
Nice.
and he's looking, and you guys are very mellow. However, at this point, Nedd, Moxx, and Bang, you watch as Zakk falls asleep. His eyes close, and he just begins to slump over in his chair and snore rather loudly as he's sitting there. You guys are you're kind of mesmerized by his snoring. It's almost like a pattern. You're following alongside of it and everything else. And before long, everything goes dark. And you all fall asleep.
Oh dear.
Peaceful sleep. And it seems very restful for you. And you guys can take a full rest.
Cool.
If you haven't had one yet, you've got an equivalent of a full rest at this point.
Long rest?
A long rest.
I'll just take one anyways.
Now, with that, Nedd, Bang, and Moxx. This is about. It's probably middle of the night, maybe 2 o'clock in the morning ish, 1 o'clock in the morning. Nedd, Moxx, and Bang, make me perception checks at disadvantage, please.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh, I had 24 and 10.
5.
Okay, 5. Bang,
4.
4. Okay,
10.
Moxx, with a 10,
no.
you're not sure exactly what's going on because again you're just kind of out of it. You hear commotion outside, yelling, like loud yelling, and you know it's middle of the night. Like your eyes, you're opening your eyes, and you see even is kind of he's stirring a little bit, and you see him looking. You see a few other people with empty plates in front of them where they had pieces of this cake, and they're actually, they're sleeping, some of them. I know other loggers and whatnot that were close by. So this is all, something is going on outside. What are you doing, Moxx? You've noticed this. It's hard to do stuff. So your movement is at half. Your rolls are all at disadvantage at this point.
So I'm still high.
Oh yeah.
I am going to. I'm going to go take a look. I'm not going to wake up everyone because I'm not sure if it's in my head. So I'm not gonna wake up everyone just in case it's in my head.
Okay, you see even start to stir as well, like start to get up, and you get up and you find that everything. And moving is a chore, in a way. It's like you don't care though, but it just seems like you should have been at the door already, but it's taking you a little longer to get there. So you get
Why
to
is
the
it so
door,
far?
and you open the door and you see torches. You do see lanterns. You see armed individuals rushing up past the church up to the trail. And you hearing something. Make me perception check. A normal perception check right now because it is being yelled a lot.
19.
With a 19, you definitely hear they're saying that the druids and and some of the Viridian Order are under attack on the hill.
Oh shit!
That's what you're hearing. And
Okay.
there's people rushing up there.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to. Well, first I'm gonna pinch myself to make sure I'm not dreaming,
Good one, Rob.
and then when I will be sure it's real, I'm gonna go wake up the rest of the crew.
It's cops. It's a raid.
These chickens and fuzz.
It's the fuzz, man.
Take it away! Hide the drug. Hide the cake.
Yeah, we ate the cake, man.
All right.
You do manage to get Bang and Nedd awake. Zakk is a little bit more of a problem.
Can I stop him?
You do eventually get him awake. However, Zakk, your first round of whatever is about to happen, you will be at disadvantage.
God, whatever is about to happen.
So you guys see this, and you something's going on. You go outside. There's people rushing up the hill. The druids and the Viridian Order are under attack.
I mean, I'm heading up that hill.
Okay, so you're headed up the hill?
Hell yeah.
Is everybody
Fast
going
as
with
I
Nedd?
can.
Yeah,
I will.
will.
I'm going to sneak at disadvantage.
That was
Well,
gonna
no,
be
your
great.
first round of combat will be at disadvantage.
Oh,
Not for
okay.
sneaking. Sneaking, you're going to do very, very slowly, just so you know. Everybody will be up the hill, and you'll be still at the bottom of the hill if you're going to sneak.
Okay.
Like, it takes time.
There is a time for sneaking and a time for running, my friend.
Yes, and this is the time for sneaking because that's the way I can get
It's your
to.
choice.
Okay, so you're rolling a sneak. Go ahead. You think you're sneaking, but you're not?
I roll a 7 plus 5.
Okay. So you think you're sneaking, and you're going up. You're being cautious. You can get the hill. You guys get up the hill, and it doesn't. There's something floating in the air, making it very like it's. You guys have dark vision, but there's Smoke? No, not smoke. Make me perception checks, please.
All of us?
Yes.
Unreal.
Now, is
4.
that at disadvantage or normal?
Normal.
4.
Yeah, you don't notice what
That
it
one.
is. You have no clue what it is. Another nat 1? Oh my goodness.
Wow, these rolls tonight.
What's the
Unreal.
roll?
Perception.
Perception. Not 20.
Hey, there we go.
26.
Finally. At least one of us can do our job.
Yeah,
right?
it's not
Holy
smoke.
jeez.
It's ash.
Oh, hell.
Oh no.
Somebody's trying to burn the tree.
Like,
now.
yeah, like that kind of ash, like wood ash from a burning tree. You don't smell smoke, though. You don't see any flames other than like torches and lanterns ahead. However, with a nat 20, you do see the figures up ahead of the druids and the Viridian Order in combat with something that's formed out of the ash itself. They look zombie-like, but
Okay.
they're made out of the ashes, and they're attacking the group. And you do see, as you're there paying attention, and you guys are going up to the top of the hill, there are some of these rising up off near the ground and rising up to take form and shape as a humanoid bipedal attacker in front of you all. And with that, we're going to call it a night.
Yeah, so that nice.
So,
Nice cliffhanger.
Mhm.
well, yeah, I thought you guys were going to be up here earlier.
Alright. You'd think by now you've seen our chaos.
Well, sometimes it's pretty quick, but sometimes it's like chaos. Well, anyway, guys, I hope everybody enjoyed this particular episode of Emerald Legion, and I know I had a blast doing this with this storyline, and it was easier for me to follow along because my notes are bigger letters.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I made sure I wrote bigger, so I didn't have to squint all the time to see. So it made it a little easier.
It certainly helped that we were going very slowly.
We're gonna
So,
go. Actually, we're gonna talk about a little bit what's going on next week. We have another continuing episode. 3 weeks following that, we will be short a player, but we will be joined by a guest for the first one, and we will be joined by a guest for the second day missing. And I'm still not sure about the third missed day yet, but I can tell you it's a different person for each day. And one person you know already, Honey Badger Rob, our moderator from the channel,
Hey, very nice.
and also a player in our Discord for the role play, will be joining you guys in a couple or
That's
3
exciting.
weeks. So yeah, that's exciting. Considering what's gone on, and Honey Badger Rob is the person that is tied to this Viridian heart.
Really?
So that's going to be a
that's
little bit of
Cool.
some fun stuff to figure out, and for him
That
to
does
play.
sound cool.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And the guest for the one in 2 weeks is a very special guest, which we'll talk about next week a little bit. But a very special guest from, let's just say, 12 hours ahead of us.
Okay, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, so a long way away.
Awesome.
It's going to be a lot of fun, but also a VTuber. So we will, kind of interesting on that. So just to be prepared for that, folks, that if you're not familiar with VTubers, they use avatars instead of us on the screen. So they will be appearing on screen as their avatar.
That's cool.
Cool.
So of what they play.
Nice.
So they have their own channel, and we're going to do some cross promotion starting next week. We'll talk about that a little bit more. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So
Very much.
let's just go around the table here again, and let's talk about who we are, where they can find you on Twitter, and anything else that you've got going on. We'll start with Zakk.
I was playing Zakk. You can catch me on Twitter at Black Lantern Ace, and you can catch me on the Discord as RuneScar DM, since I run a game on that channel.
Okay, excellent. And Bang.
You can find me most places as dag_crystal. And then in Minecraft it is dag7. And soon you'll be able to see me around in Final Fantasy, just if you happen to be on the same server as me.
Ooh.
I'm doing dancing in a what is it? Safer work bar.
Oh, cool.
And playing a totally different type of character too. So
Nice. Very nice. Okay, and Nedd.
I'm Garrett playing Nedd. You can find me on Twitter at I am Theatricus. I'm always looking for new games and stuff like that. If anybody wants a crazy player, hit me up.
Okay, and Moxx.
Hey everyone, you can mostly find me and baby Juliet on my
hello.
personal Twitch channel most Thursday, where I will be playing this week probably Star Wars The Old Republic.
Nice.
Nice. Very nice. And of course, I'm Deacon Blues. I run Deacon's Table, which is an all-inclusive community of role players, gamers, geeks, freaks, and everyone in between. As we start off every episode, we're always welcome new people, new games. We want to try new things. Primarily, this is our flagship show, being 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. We do have, some 3.5 edition games going on. There's been some 2nd edition games talk going on. We're thinking about a vampire game moving forward. I can also tell you that there is a Cyberpunk 2022 possibility.
I would love that.
In the near future. But again, more on that in the next couple of weeks, perhaps, and we'll see where that goes. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to it. You can find us here every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have nothing going on Wednesdays just yet. Thursdays we have our Minecraft New Beginning stream, where there is a larger group of us just having fun in chaos. Unfortunately, last week's episode was a little bit more chaos than I was prepared to deal with, as I lost all my cool stuff that I had worked over a month to build and create, because I died during the episode probably about 20 times in a row. Yeah, it was one of those things where I respawned at a spot that wasn't safe, and every time I respawned, you respawn with none of your armor, and I was just attacked and killed immediately. So yeah, it was pretty. But luckily, the server we're on, the VCraft SMP, give a shout out to them, and a thank you for everybody that pitched in and helped to replace my gear. So that I didn't have to grind for the next 2 to 3 months to get all my goodies back again.
Right.
I was bad. I was so disheartened. I actually stepped away from Minecraft for a whole day, and I went, I can't even look at this game right now. I'm so angry. But it happens.
I have been there.
learned we have to put the respawn spot in a safe place.
Safer place.
Yeah.
Fridays was the day for our Going Dark Minecraft stream, which is from the Darkcraft SMP. That will be returning for season 2, probably in about a month or two. Just taking a little hiatus from that as I focus on my mod duties on that particular server, and my building duties as well to kind of get it to where it's supposed to be. And then Mondays is going to be, right now, I think Cryosphere Gaming and myself will be starting either Core Keepers or RuneScape on Mondays. So, and that will be open to other members of the Discord community as well to join us and perhaps be part of the stream. So it'll be a lot of fun that way as well. So really looking forward to it, and I'm really hoping everybody sticks with us. Give us a like, give us a follow. Subscription's always nice, but again, not required. And of course, you can always help by doing tips or becoming an actual member of our Discord through our Ko-Fi page, which again, that pops up every now and again through our chat. And other than that, I hope everybody has a wonderful, stupendous, marvelous, or rainbow-filled week. At least for
Rainbow
another,
filled. I
at
mean,
least another couple of weeks anyway. It should be all the time. Whatever. I love rainbows and unicorns and all that other fun kind of stuff. But that's okay. That's just me. I'm a little bit of a weirdo myself.
nah, it's not weird.
No, it's not weird. It's normal. I just happen to like those things. It's okay. But everybody, until next time, make sure you are being kind to one another. And when you play, be sure above all else, you are playing safe. Bye for now. See you next Tuesday.